Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is kind of a different video. I'm doing a tier list on the Star Wars movies and TV shows because it is May the 4th, and that's everybody's favorite huge franchise day, so let's get started. Hopefully you guys could see the tier list to the right of me. So let's start off with the original trilogy. This is going to be an easy one. I think all three of them deserve S tier. I think they're just cinematic masterpieces, even outside of Star Wars. They're just movie masterpieces. Um, and I know some people don't like Return of the Jedi because the big tough teddy bears, but fuck you. I love the teddy bears. I think they're the best little creature in Star Wars. I'm a huge fan. And it wrapped up the trilogy perfectly. And what's been said that hasn't been said about A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. I think those three movies are awesome, great, fantastic movies. And if you don't agree, then uh, you don't agree, I guess. So I'm gonna put The Phantom Menace as a D, and same with Attack of the Clones. I don't know why people like these movies. I honestly don't know. I remember when people used to hate these movies, and I wish we could go back to that because these are just bad movies, bad CGI, bad dialogue, bad directing, like bad pacing. The only thing I liked about it is the action, like specifically the lightsaber action, and the performance of Ewan McGregor. But everything else, just bad. I mean, the plot is good. It's just the execution was bad. Like, I feel like if we had somebody else write the script, but still had George Lucas write the outline, it would be good. Because some of the stuff are really interesting. I do like the trade embargo and all that other stuff. I just feel like there's a lot of potential wasted in those first two movies. Now, Revenge of the Sith is where I think they really start to get it right. I think Revenge of the Sith was a good movie. The dialogue still kind of remains, but I feel like the effects are better. The dialogues, well, the characters are better. The acting is a lot better, I think. But that's probably because they have better material to work with. So I think it's good. I still think it's overrated, though. It's the most overrated Star Wars movie. Everybody thinks it's like this masterpiece, but I think it's just better than the first two prequels. So I don't know. I feel like more people should be talking about Return of the Jedi. Up next, the Clone Wars movie. Not talking about the TV show, talking about the 2008 pilot, because I'm cutting that separately because it's so goddamn terrible. If I if I didn't already watch the TV show before I watched the movie, I would not bother watching the TV show because the movie is just so terrible. So that deserves F. It's so bad. I don't know what they were thinking. The CGI sucks. The plot sucked. Felt like it was for preschoolers. But moving on to the TV show, I think the TV show is awesome. I think the first three seasons are okay, but like seasons 4 through 7 are amazing. They're like really good. So I'm putting that in the A tier. As for Star Wars Rebels, I admit I only watched season 1 and like parts of season 2. I never really got into it, but I never really had any problems with it. So I'm gonna put it in the C tier. I'm not really experienced with it, so I can't really elaborate. Now, The Force Awakens. Um, if you asked me what I thought of it back in 2017, I'd be like, yeah, it was good. I'll put it in B tier. But now, when you realize that it all led to bullshit, I'm gonna put it in D tier because it was just so bad. Um, in hindsight, like J.J. Abrams was good at setting things up, but then never really, like, he never really went through with anything. These characters had potential, and the potential was just squished. It was bad. Rogue One, I thought it was okay. There were some parts I liked, some parts I didn't like, mostly the pacing issues. But I did like the character of Jin also, and the last half hour was pretty cool. But the first hour and a half was kind of all over the place, but still better than the sequels. Which brings me to The Last Jedi, which I'm putting in a D. I don't hate this movie as much as other people do. I hated how they wrote Luke Skywalker. I didn't like how they wrote Rey. But I did like how they made Kylo Ren in it. I thought it was okay. I like how he forced Skype to Rey. I like the battle scenes. I thought it was a bad movie, but definitely gets a lot of hate. I mean, yeah, they deserve it because of the way they messed up Luke. I can't believe, like, he went from saving his dad, who committed so many acts of genocide, to trying to kill Kylo Ren because he had a bad dream. He didn't even do anything yet, and he tried to kill him. Like, what a fucking disaster of a movie. So yeah, that's definitely a D. But what I think is worse is Solo, because it's just so forgettable, needless. It did not need to exist. I think it was a bad movie. I can't remember anything. It contributes to Emilia Clarke's streak of bad movies, which I'm not a big fan of because I like her as an actress. It's just bad movie. So yeah, Solo is an F tier. I think it's terrible. Should not have been made. Glad it failed. Glad that we're not getting a Solo 2. I'm just, terrible movie. Ron Howard, you should be ashamed of yourself. I thought your daughter was a better Star Wars director than you are. Boom, roasted. And speaking of bad movies, let's go to The Rise of Skywalker. What has been said about this monstrosity that hasn't already been said? They were able to ruin even the good parts of The Last Jedi. How The Last Jedi was like, you don't have to be special to be a Jedi, which I kind of liked. But then Rise of Skywalker was like, nah, fuck you, he's a Palpatine. And they just managed to ruin everything. It was horribly paced. None of it made any sense. It was just a big jumbled mess of a movie. I felt like an hour was missing. I didn't like how Palpatine came back. I didn't like how Rey was able to defeat him when even Luke couldn't. Well, like, even Obi-Wan couldn't. It was just a bad movie. Terrible. Hated it. Boo. But Lucasfilm turned around thanks to good old Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and they made The Mandalorian, which is the first Star Wars property since the 80s to deserve an S tier, because I think that was awesome. I love the characters, I love the plot, I love the serialized nature, but also standalone episodes. It was a nice mix. I liked the co-stars, I loved Cara Dune, I loved Moff Gideon. All the characters were just so fun and interesting. So yeah, great show, loved it. Um, I'm so excited for season 2 and 3, and sorry, season 3 and 4, and all the other seasons, and everything else Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni is putting their paws on. Um, I'm really, I don't know. I'm not gonna put the Bad Batch in yet because I've only watched one episode. What I have seen, it's awesome, but I'm gonna wait till season 1 finishes before I put it in the tier list. So yeah, this is basically what I think of the Star Wars rules. What do you guys think down in the comments? I know some of you might be mad about the Revenge of the Sith being in B, but I don't think it's amazing. Like I said, it's overrated. But besides that, I feel like it's pretty good. I'm not gonna make tier lists inside of the tier lists because I think that's stupid and I'm kind of lazy. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Maybe I could do one about Marvel, considering I'm wearing a Marvel suit. I'm talking about Star Wars. That was kind of an accident, but yeah. Um, may the Lord's Corporation Day be with you. Peace.